You have other stuff? How about your arms?
So arms, well, you know, a little tennis elbow.
This up here?
Yeah, when you were getting.
Let me put you over my feet and work on this. That's
Wait,
such a classic.
yeah, the one where you're like this.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another one that I want to. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, if your head's down on this end, probably.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think that would
Okay.
work. So when you get.
Yeah, that's like another one that I saw your video. I'm like, how is he doing that? Are the feet
Yeah.
in the rhomboids? Are they like? Big?
Well, it depends. It depends on the person.
Okay.
And the thing is, it depends on the degree that their shoulder blades will open up and allow movement there.
Yeah, I need to work on my toe flexibility for that one. I feel like my toes get mashed.
Way flexible. So, and then scoot up this way a little bit. There.
People
Yeah,
are like,
you can.
people are like, oh, your little some neck and shoulders.
Let me grab a couple of these other blankets. So this is like go-to upper back and neck stuff I do.
Yeah.
I'll actually teach this
that
to
twist
people
feel okay?
the first time they come to Thai Massage Jam.
Okay.
But it's when they're the public. Because the public doesn't have any like baggage. Therapists are always asking 9 million questions about where I'm pressing or what's
How are
going
you
on.
doing with your?
I can take somebody who doesn't
treatments
know
when
anything
last
and
time I
just
saw
throw them
you,
into it
you were-
real quick.
Yeah.
Good.
Because biomechanically, it's
I'm doing
not
radiation this month. And I'm not sure how that's going to hit me. So it can make you tired, you know, but it's not necessarily going to be as bad as chemo.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to make me nauseous and all that kind of stuff.
So it lifts you up. Lift you up.
And I picked up a lot of like Pilates classes at one of my
Usually I
jobs
start
this
just
month.
at the base of the shoulder.
So
Okay.
I'm just kind of like just trying to get through June, you know.
Oh, wow, that's nice. I guess sometimes
And then
whenever I'm trying to
kind of,
recreate
I mean,
what
I'm
you're
doing
doing,
fine
I'm like,
here,
what am I
you
doing?
know,
I don't know
as
what
far
it
as
feels
like making enough to maintain
So it's just a matter
and
of
plus,
coming
you know,
to
make a
you
little bit
and
of a profit.
just getting work
So-
done.
Some of it, once you've felt it,
I
you're
can
like,
start
oh,
focusing on
Yeah.
channeling more
my feet
energy
were right
into
where
my
they are,
practice
right?
kind of
Feel that
after
position. That feels pretty
I deal
good.
with radiation, you know.
The angle of my heels means that I'm bending my toes back a little bit much.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the sheet and then I shift my heels under.
Okay.
So feel the difference?
Yeah.
What it does for me is like if my heels are
What's
here,
your
it's
majority of
bending
your
my toes
income? Is it
back.
Pilates? Is it Thai?
And
Is
it
it
doesn't bend the
massage?
back as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So like-
Probably right now Pilates.
Pilates?
Yeah.
And then I can use
And not here
really-
because I
it's not
teach
my
4
toes.
classes a week at the
I
Y
can use the toes
and
to
at
dig
least
in,
5 classes
but
a
it's
week
really
at
the
Club
ball
Pilates.
pads of your
Okay.
feet
Got it.
on either side of the spine.
And then a lot of the money that I make off of massage goes back into the business.
Some people
So I don't,
are just
you know,
not gonna get it.
take a lot home from massage right
There's
now,
other ways
you know.
you can do
Do
similar
you share this
stuff.
with somebody? 'Cause you
Nope.
have
It
a-
doesn't mean
you
you
don't?
can't do
Just me.
anybody.
It's just like when I've got somebody on the table, I close the curtain so if anybody walks in the door,
They're
I'm not seeing my client naked. I leave it open when I'm doing Thai though, because it's just better with the room more open.
What does Pilates pay you, like, per client?
So for group classes, I make between 30 to 45
Pillow,
an hour. Yeah, and then if I'm doing a private, I make 50.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's really good. And you pick up clients for massage through Pilates?
I do, yeah.
That's cool.
My like the ideal would be if I could get everybody into for both.
Friends.
You know, if I get my Pilates people to get massage regularly, get my massage people to start doing
Do you
Pilates.
have a Pilates table here?
So I have a Pilates chair and a tower and like some small equipment and stuff. Pilates has some like specialized equipment for it, but it can also be done with no equipment, just on a yoga mat. You know.
Right. I've seen the specialized equipment, and I think I've seen the yoga mat, but not in.
So I mean, I haven't thought there.
Yeah.
I go to Gold's and they have like a specific Pilates room.
Yeah. Which Golds do you go to?
The one that used to be Spectrum Athletic Club,
Okay.
by Trouble Creek,
Okay.
by Rogers Ranch.
Yeah. So Rogers Ranch has reformers.
Right.
Not all of them do. So the reformer is another piece of equipment. I don't have one of those here. You can get a small one for pretty cheap on Amazon, but like a full-size one like that is several $1,000s.
Okay, I've seen how you do when you have them sidelined.
So most of the group classes that I teach are on the reformer.
Shoulder blade. Sometimes I feel like
So
I
I'm
can't
set up
lift
here
my
to do
head
some like
and
personal
it's
training,
like it's
or
so
even like
tight.
really small group classes, like 2 or 3.
Some people are loosening their shoulder blades will start to
But it would be
feel
focused mostly on mat.
yours almost start to. But in the
So you,
position I'm
at
in
the
right
YMCA
now,
they have
eventually my
reformers?
feet are gonna
Not all of
get
them.
this
I go to Tri Point, which is down by the Pearl.
Yeah, right by like when you make a right on Mulberry to Little Sack.
It-
Yep.
It's like you're focused on
Yeah,
the
so
fact
they
that
have
I'm
they have them
looking
there.
at you.
Right.
So how does that feel?
Oh,
A couple of other locations. I'm not sure which ones.
Yeah.
But what this does
Maybe
is it
Thousand
lifts
Oaks
you
or
up and
Stone
takes
Oaks, someplace
pressure
like that,
off
you know.
my feet,
Yeah.
and that was to one side.
I know the Pilates, one of the Pilates ladies over at Trouble Creek. It's amazing. Like, I haven't been to her Pilates reformer thing, but when she goes on the yoga mat,
Yeah.
Then when
she
you
does,
lift it,
like,
I'm gonna go just a little bit higher.
dude,
Okay.
I could.
Does she have like curly blonde hair?
No, she's an Asian lady.
Okay.
Her name's
And I hit the
Ann
edge of your
Whistle.
shoulder blades,
Whistle
right?
something.
Yeah.
No, when I hit
Okay.
the edges of the shoulder blades,
She's
set it
married to a
up.
Polish guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna sit there for just a minute.
And,
I'm just in your paraspinals.
Like, how am I to say this? When I do her yoga class, it feels like I'm getting massaged, but I'm not being touched. Like I'm that relaxed.
Yeah. Is it a yin yoga class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken yin there before. Yin, I don't really have the attention span for. It's like, oh, you want me to sit here in this position for like 5 minutes? I don't have the patience for that.
But she just keep it there for like 5 minutes.
Somebody told me though, they're like, that means you need to be doing yin. And I'm like, don't tell me that.
Right.
If you don't like it, that means you need it. I know.
There's this other guy that's a massage therapist there, and he teaches yoga as well. Kills it every time. I think I fell asleep in his class.
How's your back feeling so far?
It feels good. Like I could completely tell with what you do to my left leg and my right leg are completely different.
Yeah.
Flexible enough, I can kind of lean forward.
Right.
It's kind of work your neck a little for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
right
this
now
does
my
create like a
business,
little
my
forward
massage
movement
business
for
is a
me,
lot
so
of
my hamstrings-
out calls and a lot of table work still. I'm trying to channel it more towards people coming to see me for Thai.
Oh yeah.
So I'm building that over time, you know.
Do you ever just like work it in and like do with like a little bit of table time?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'll tell people afterwards too. Like when I'm making suggestions for rebooking, you know.
And then slowly, see how I can push?
Uh-huh.
I can even hold with one foot just to reposition the other.
Okay.
I want to get right at this junction at the top, almost like levator scapula,
Yeah.
above the shoulder blade.
Oh yeah.
And people have huge issues with this, okay? And then I think I'm gonna take one of these out and see. Is that any better?
Okay.
Okay. Is that any different from the other one?
A little bit. If my head's able to come up, probably. Yeah.
Does it feel better that way?
Uh-huh.
But this, I can literally sit here for 20
So your
minutes.
hair grew really
It's
fast.
just the balls of my
Yeah.
feet. My toes
It's coming back
are getting
super
edged,
curly,
right?
which is a side effect of the chemo that I
But
had.
I can go side to side. I can press.
So
I can
it's not
lean,
only
I can
so you get a
press,
free
I can
perm
lean.
out of it.
Yeah.
I guess so. Something like that.
Well, that's cool. They were able to kick that in for you.
Hopefully it relaxes a little bit as it grows.
So were you were working through the latter part of the chemo or no?
No, see, I got diagnosed beginning of August, and I kept working until mid-November, and then in December and January was when I got the really bad chemo.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a different regimen the first 6 months there, or the first 12 treatments, I guess. So that one, I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't as bad. And then the one I had December and January was the bad one. And then I felt good. Like 2 weeks with it out of my system, I felt great. I thought I was going to be able to get away without surgery. And then my surgeon was like, it's a really bad idea. We really should do it.
So they removed something?
Yeah, I got total bilateral mastectomy in February. On Valentine's Day, actually. So then I had to wait another 8 weeks after that before I could really start doing massage again.
So you were like not working for a long time?
Yeah. Basically from November to April.
That stinks.
Yeah.
So again, the area of my
But it's like
body
I
that
couldn't,
affects
you know, like,
eventually is not
No, your energy's so low, right?
yeah, like
And
physically I
nauseous.
was, yeah, just nauseous and
I
like,
mean, you'd be like puking on your clients.
yeah. And, you know,
Excuse
and
yourself.
like nausea and diarrhea at the same time, you know, it's
Oh,
like,
geez.
ugh. And just so tired, like I just didn't have the energy to do any of this.
My dad had prostate cancer. It was a nightmare.
Yeah. I guess the encouraging thing though is that whenever I talk to people about it, almost everybody is like, oh, well, I knew somebody that had breast cancer, or I knew somebody that went through that, or I went through that, or, you know, my best friend, or, you know, like, it's encouraging to know that so many people have been through it
Or they know someone.
and come through it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
There's
it's not-
still light at the end. It's not just
yeah. It's like, it's going to be a pain in my ass for a couple of years, but it's not a death sentence.
like. Right.
And it also is going to give me knowledge and perspective that's going to help me in my work too, because so many people have been through it. You know, so I can work with people that have been through that also, with more understanding and compassion about what's going on, where they're at, what their limitations are.
Are you like on a certain diet? To, like a.
Not right now. I mean, I just try to eat healthy in general, you know. And I thought about trying to go vegan or whatever during my treatment, you know, things like that. But then you get into it and it's like my energy level is, you know, like if I had like a partner or a parent or somebody around that was willing to cook that way for me all the time, then yeah, I could maintain a specific diet through my treatment. But it's really not been that way. So it's like I will eat what I can stomach at the time. That's been my eating plan.
Are you taking like supplements, like prescribed supplements?
Yeah, I take like turmeric. I was doing CBD for a little while. Stuff like that.
That's awesome.
just that.
All of this.
What about acupuncture? Are you doing any of that?
I haven't. Actually, my insurance covers acupuncture, so I asked Brett if he took insurance, but he doesn't. So I haven't.
Sometimes the acupuncture this will also give you traditional Chinese herbal medication along with the acupuncture.
Yeah. My mom had an acupuncturist that she really liked for a long time, and I saw her when I got my whiplash injury. She worked on me a little bit for my neck, and that helped. But she's retired now, so.
There's this guy named Jay Sweeney out of Castle Hills.
Little small adjustments
I think,
Yeah.
that can make the feet
I'm not sure if he
wide,
accepts.
in.
Like, it looks like
See,
he
I can
does.
adjust you like
You know,
this,
because
and you start to
the way
fall.
his
Yeah.
What I'll do is
office
I'll
is
just
set up,
lift
it's got like a front desk
my knees.
reception
Uh-huh.
place.
and
And
slowly
then there's like
push
where
you
he
back into position.
Yeah.
Got it.
actually
I see that.
Because you can make all
Yeah.
sorts of little adjustments.
puts needles in you, so it seems like he does. I'm not sure. You'd have to call.
Yeah. Do you know Brett? He used to be Robert's roommate. Gay dude.
And sometimes I'll still check in
Okay. Well,
verbally.
he lives in San Antonio now. His practice is in Southtown. So,
He's a acupuncturist?
yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I don't know Brett, do I, Rob?
Brett,
Yeah.
my roommate,
Yeah.
or former roommate, Brett. I don't know if you've met Brett.
I don't think I
I
have.
don't think you have.
So he's an acupuncturist. He went to the Austin School of Acupuncture over on what's it called, Texas something or other, over on Manchaca.
Oh, sorry.
It's not.
I was doing something in the. It's weird because I don't know what's put one at a time.
Do you know Crystal Cuevas, the Southtown Yoga Loft former owner?
Oh yeah.
Former owner.
I don't know that story. They've got one here in Helotes as well.
Yeah.
So I've met her and taken class with her. But I don't.
We used to go to high school and middle school together.
Oh really? Yeah, and when I was at my other location at Truesdale Salon at Bandera, I was talking to her about possibly doing the jam there because it's like right down the street. Because I didn't have space for it in my suite. She wanted to charge me a lot of money, and I was like,
Who's that, Crystal?
But it doesn't hurt my hands, so I can just.
yeah, she wanted $75 an hour to have the jam there. I was like, all you gotta do is unlock the door, man.
I can't breathe. That's so soft now.
Here at Helotes or down in Southtown?
And Helotes, yeah. Ever since I saw Noelle do that assisted plow pose, I've been obsessed with it.
Lots of different ways to do it.
I had somebody the other day that was way too tight. It was not going to happen.
Yeah.
Does that feel okay?
Yeah. If I can feel it crunch as you go back.
Yeah. If we go,
It feels good though.
yeah.
Feels like you're loosening it up.
If we go too far, we'll get into your neck, which is not necessarily bad, but mostly I'm trying to stretch your lower back there. Cool. How you feel?
Good.
Good. Oy. You want to work on me a little bit? Nobody's worked on me yet.
Yeah, let me get some more.
Cool. Oh.
So talk to me about your body. What's up? What's hurting?
Okay, so my neck and shoulders are like always the main thing. Like I said, I'm getting radiation right now. So like right side pec, like anterior neck, rib cage, like don't even do anything there. But otherwise, like neck, shoulders, whatever is always
Good.
always good stuff. There's always something going on there.
How about your legs? Do you get any referred pain from your neck, shoulders, all the way to your back or into your legs? Or?
No, not too much. I mean, I have, like I said, I have an old whiplash injury, and like this left shoulder will lock up on me sometimes. My legs get tight just from like working out, you know. But just in general.
Oh, I feel completely like a new person.
Good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have you tried essential oil?
Like what kind?
Like lemongrass, citrus, lavender. Like there's a lot. But have you Do you utilize anything to help you like deal with symptoms from your cancer? Just CBD? Oh, the actual smoking? And that helps?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have a lot of side effects nowadays.
'Cause I have some in the car if you'd like.
Still some like gastrointestinal stuff because I'm doing like weekly infusions of immunotherapy. So, I mean, that's still a thing. But, I mean, otherwise, like my energy levels are coming up. I don't have a lot of like nausea or anything like that anymore, you know? So, yeah. The biggest thing is just that I need to sleep more, you know? It's like I used to be able to get by on 6 hours of sleep.
No, you need more.
Now I really can't. It's like if I only sleep for 6 hours, I definitely need a nap that day. And I've had some 6 a.m. classes lately, so I have to wake up at like 4:15. So it's like I cannot possibly go to bed as early as I need to on those days.
And then a lot of times what I'll do is I can come in, kind of take these out, and I can just slowly lower you down.
That's awesome.
So this, like the pressure right there, be kind of careful there. So I have a little bit of reduced range of motion with my arms overhead,
Okay.
just from the mastectomy, because I've got a lot of scar tissue in here.
So I'll be doing this.
I have pretty good range of motion, just it gets tighter once I get up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm gonna go slow, alright?
Okay.
Is it just more petricized because you're not really compression?
Not so much pressure on that elbow there.
Oh man, one of the things I'm trying to refine, and I try not to say things I can't take back later. Because if the science says something, I don't really get a chance to just deny it because I don't like it. Like they can't bring me data and statistics and say that the globe is warming, and I just go, nope, I don't believe it. Like, the science don't really work that way. One of the things I don't understand about Western massage education is it always seems to be built on a foundation of effleurage. Like effleurage in Swedish is like the first thing you learn. And then as I continued working on myself and working on other people, it was like I would grab a spot and shear. But it wasn't necessarily just a slide. Like even when I learned deep tissue in school, I think I still had a tendency internally where it was like they were sliding over it instead of, no, please, right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because once you've used lubricant, like you're sliding along, it's almost like you have to fight it. So I just don't use as much effleurage in my practice generally, even though it's very good for some very specific things. I don't think Swedish is a very good foundation to build for like pain relief. Tell me if it's too much.
Are you okay?
SEO or alien?
Skins.
side.